I got some stats for you. They're incredible. I mean, first of all, who knows Eric Fisher? And imagine when this guy got recruited. I mean, Alabama maybe didn't want him. Michigan didn't want him. Central Michigan, the guy's the top pick in the draft. It's unbelievable. How about this, Joe? The first 7 picks, all linemen. The average weight of those 7 picks, 284 pounds. I mean, the lack of star power was interesting. But, I mean, when you think about this, you had the first quarterback was picked at number 16. That's the lowest since Chad Pennington was 18th in 2000. There was not a single running back picked in the entire first round. I mean, when you think about the draft here, it's incredible to think that linemen went that high, but it's a passing league, and they have to protect the quarterback, and that's why they did. And by the way, your Cincinnati Bengals had a great pick, I thought, with Tyler Eifert, the tight end from Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that. Yeah, you know Roger, right? Have you been around Goodell?
Yes.
I think, like, that guy walking out, he looked normal. He looked to scale, but did you see him standing next to Goodell's like, I think, is he 6'2", 6'3", maybe 2, I'd say at least 220. And he looked like tattoo.
Roger is not a small guy. I mean, 6'6", 306 pounds.
That guy that just walked, Eric Fisher.
Yeah. 6'6", 306, and the second guy was the same exact size, maybe a half-inch shorter. And actually, Kayla would like this. They also got a guy from North Carolina who was 6'2", 311.
I'm shocked that anyone from North Carolina ever gets drafted, especially
Kayla, 2 guys in the first round. And there's a couple things I want to touch on. Manti Te'o did not get drafted in the first round, whether it's because of how he tested or the fake girlfriend.
He was picked in the imaginary draft.
And he had a call with his imaginary new team. That's a good one, Joe. But listen, he was initially supposed to be like a top 5 pick. If he goes in the second round, we're talking about a $20 million difference, and in terms of guaranteed money, maybe a $15 million difference. This guy is almost unendorsable, too. So that whole episode, that couple-month stretch cost him millions of dollars. Hopefully he'll have a good career, and somebody will pick him, and we'll go from there.
That is good for
he's good.
What could we do, Brian? We couldn't even be the punter, could we? The skinny guy that walks out with the big shoulder, but we couldn't even do that, I don't think.
Well, I mean, there's a chance you'll get lit up by a hit too. If
oh my God! Can you imagine trying to get through one of us trying to get through one of those guys, or if they were trying to get through us? We wouldn't get back up.
If you've ever been on the field, I don't know because you've had access to this stuff, but if you've ever been on the field in an NFL game and you see the speed
and size.
It's frightening.
Yeah. Brian, one of our previews says, for the day 2 preview, more than 2.5 tons of linemen.
Of beef. Yeah. I mean,
what are they serving as far as food here?
These guys eat everything inside. Listen, I know a few football players that force-fed themselves for so many years that after they quit football, they actually hated food. And they never ate pasta for like 20 years after they stopped playing. I do want to point out one quick thing. The top-rated quarterback was supposed to be Geno Smith, this guy from West Virginia. This happens every year. The guy sat in the green room the entire night. And this guy, by the way, he declined interviews afterward. He said, I'm not sticking around for day 2. In some ways, people think that even more negatively reflects on him, that he's not taking it very well. But that is excruciating to watch a guy go through that when he's expected to go in the first round and nobody touches him.
Yeah, the quarterbacks had a rough night, but Barkley, there's some good quarterback, but you look at the last couple of years, that's why there's nobody like
RG3, Andrew Luck. I mean, the comparison from last year is crazy, but in some ways, having these big beefy guys and no names made a little bit of drama, and everyone wanted to see where Te'o went. But I will say, to see a guy from Central Michigan, I just wonder what his recruiting story is, because it's such not a premier school for football, and he's the #1 pick in the entire country.
I guess we got to go. You know what's weird, Brian? I don't know whether it's content or what, but suddenly football, we're following everything that's going on. It was a great season last year. I watched the Masters. It's like content on TV. It's not. I think it's going to be like that with the baseball season too. It's getting more, even hockey. Anyway, thanks.
Thanks, Joe.